Yeah. Monday, fun day, Monday. Welcome to our community of acceptance and celebration, NFT ART TALK live. We're here Monday through Friday, regardless of what's popping. We were just talking about that. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay in touch with us. If you want to get in touch with us, you can always follow us on Twitter, shoot us a DM, or let's chat in some Twitter spaces. You can join us live daily for a new way to experience the NFT art scene. We'll be talking about what we are doing, the art and artists that inspire us, and hot topics related to NFTs, art, music, fashion, and culture. Our primary focus, though, really honestly, is just to have some fun with you guys, meet some new people, talk about our experience in music, art, NFT, and fashion, and showcase some of the people that are really inspiring us. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about South by Southwest, where we know a thing or two about that from our experience, but how NFTs are showing up right now, some of the Xpunks and what's happening on the XRP blockchain, Doodles, one of my favorite artists, Youmanz, and some more. We're going to show off a little bit of news and then a lot of bit of art. So thank you guys so much for tuning in with us daily. We want to make sure to like and subscribe and then hit that little notification bell so you know when we're live. And also follow us on Twitter. We're in there doing spaces daily, hosting them, jamming, pitching, doing our thing. Would love to meet you. So my name is Moshe, aka DJ Fetus, and this, now I got my pointing correct, is my boy Karthik NFTs in all the spaces. What up, Karthik?
What's up, Moshe? Just chilling, man. I'm running around all crazy during South by Southwest. It's pretty cool.
The madness has begun.
There's a couple of NFT activations, so we'll talk about a couple of them. I'll probably be talking about them all this week, honestly. But yeah, man, just like non-stop partying, non-stop NFTs, so it's pretty cool. Right. Music's gonna come here on a Wednesday, so maybe it'll start popping off real crazy then.
You know, I feel like we get in where we fit in, like for South by for like forever, when it was like just a baby. Like
yeah, I was looking back at our old posts. I think from like 2009. I think that's when we started playing South by. Saw some old posts come up, and I was like, man, I don't even remember this show. And you kind of start recollecting back, so that was pretty cool.
We had those like crazy South by runs where like we were like on CNN for what, like our second South by when our band played. Remember, we were like,
yeah,
that was back when we used to wear like I was wearing white pants. That was like a thing for me then.
We're all trippy looking then.
I know, right? We would wear like crushed velvet shirts and shit. And then,
or the paisley shirts,
right? Paisley, everything, like on our guitars. That was fun. And then that other one where like somebody got shot, or they were like gunshots
outside,
right in front of the show. Like that was like just
those outside.
It was so weird.
Just wildness.
That shit was wild too. And like we've been artists, panelists. Like I just feel like South by is just such a vibe. There's a little piece of me that's glad that it's back, and a lot of piece of me that's sad that I'm not in Austin right now.
All good, man. I'm representing down here.
Oh, you know we're out here. I know the fam's out here on the streets doing what they got to do. Y'all give us 1 second and we'll dive in. We're just kind of tweeting this out, letting people know what's popping, get some people in the room, chatting. In the meantime, we can jam out for a second to some 4D, because I know everybody needs like a chill vibe in the mornings, you know, especially on a Monday.
Always chill vibes, man.
Man, just while we're talking about our weekend real quick, I got to talk about a highlight of my weekend, and I know we're going to talk about this later, actually here in a minute, but dude, I discovered Spatial this weekend. If you don't know what Spatial is, get you some of that. Because it is in the metaverse. You can wear Oculus headsets in there. It is a metaverse that you can access from your phone. You don't have to own land in Sandbox. You don't have to like log into Decentraland. It takes like a half a minute. You can be anonymous. You can put your face on the avatar. You can do whatever you want. But really excited to like get in there and curate some galleries, and hope that anybody that's watching this knows that you can definitely come kick it in our gallery. I think we'll have it built today or tomorrow, probably, knowing us. But also we're going to be performing in these spaces, and it is so tight. It's, you know, I know I was kind of telling Karthik a little bit about it offline, but yeah, I thought it was.
Yeah, it's like a 3D metaverse. I was checking it out. It looked pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. Let me send out
like,
a quick message too, and then we'll dive into it some more.
Cool. Yeah, Spatial's an app you could get actually, and then you could log in there and kind of join. It's like Twitter Spaces or Clubhouse, except it's just like 3D metaverse, where you could have a little more interactivity in it.
Yeah, so I thought that would be a good place to start, actually.
All right, cool.
It was something
you want to talk about the show coming up? Or?
Yeah, that's what I did. I did want to talk about the show. Here, let me get a quick share screen going, guys, so we can all be together. I'm proud to announce that we've also made it so Karthik can hear everything when we share screens.
It's all good. I'll rewatch the episodes and listen to everybody's music and watch with the videos. So
yeah, we were like doing this thing where we like Karthik would kind of have it on his screen and I would have it on mine, and now we can like all do it together. We're pretty pumped for that. But yeah, so
I could hear franchise.
Yeah, right. You can hear the background music now. So, actually, maybe I should throw in a dope Stilo track for this portion.
Maybe, yeah. All right, yeah. If you want to, man. Are you gonna try to jump into the spatial metaverse?
Yeah, man. So dope Stilo,
yeah,
who I know we featured this him on Friday, and Bases actually. We featured both of them. They are going to be, they're putting on a show in Spatial. You just download the app, and then it looks like they're gonna try to also stream it to Twitter, so there'll probably be a space open with it. But we are going to be playing some music, hanging out in this metaverse space. I don't know, is that real small on your screen?
No, I can see it.
Okay. So yeah, I just wanted to let everybody know, Wednesday starting at 5:00 Pacific Standard Time, so that's 7:00 Central, 8:00 Eastern. I know we have some homies in there. I'm gonna kick it off. I think I'm gonna be emceeing the night too, spinning in between and shit. It's so funny. On Friday, like after this episode, I told Karthik, like, man, I want to DJ in the metaverse. And then like all weekend, I've just been like chilling in these metaverse settings, like spinning music, hanging out. Now we're gonna have our own gallery. I'm pretty pumped for this. So, I'm sure I'll mention it on tomorrow's show. I'm definitely gonna be posting it. Dope Stilo went and did it like immediately, and then like just put me on this bitch, yeah, he's gonna do it. I know he's gonna do it. And he was right, because I'm down. I'm gonna make it happen. But yeah, come kick it with us. Dope Stilo and Bases music, both also, I mean, like, I think we're all kind of similar styles, and so I'm pretty pumped for it.
What kind of music can you be spinning out there? Is it just gonna be yours, or are you gonna mix and match it with some?
I'm gonna mix and match, dude. I'm gonna get some Karthik NFTs in that playlist. I was actually thinking about getting my turntables out for it, to be honest. I haven't done it in a while. I just feel like I have some music to share. My art will be up like in the galleries, so like if people want to go like really experience more, they can. But I just want to bring vibes, dude.
I feel you, bro.
So
I feel you.
I have some tracks. I know I got some tracks that I really like of yours. I really wanted to spin some Black in there. I think it'll be mostly like our stuff and like hip hop.
Ooh, man.
I don't know. I can't decide. I've also been into some like pretty interesting electronic music, so I was also thinking about spinning that, because it's like, it's fun too. But yeah, man.
Oh man, yeah, we did. We reviewed a little bit of Stilo's work on the last episode. So
yeah, and Bases.
You can check that out.
Yeah, and Bases
too. Yeah.
Yeah. So please go check that out. And yeah, this crew is real tight, so we're really excited about it.
And they're always up on Twitter Spaces too.
Yeah.
I connect with them anytime.
Yeah. Youmanz crew. And we have pretty much everybody's stuff down below. So just diving into a little bit of news for y'all today. I'm going to start it out. So for those familiar with NFTs, most people have heard of Bored Ape Yacht Clubs and CryptoPunks by now, but not everyone. So Bored Ape Yacht Club so their backer, Yuga Labs, which is like one of their founders, has officially partnered with CryptoPunks and Meebits, which are two other NFT collections, to essentially form one joint venture, is what it is. Looks like the way they're describing it, made of brands, copyright in the art, and other IP for both collections, along with 423 CryptoPunks and 1,700 Meebits. Were included in this acquisition / partnership. There are, like, the other companies are still going to own positions in the NFTs. So from like just a strictly business perspective, there's still going to be possession. It's not like all of it is owned by Yuga Labs, but this was just a really interesting move, right? That has tons of implications on what's happening in the NFT space. And one big one that Karthik and I were talking about was just like now these companies coming through, and what does that mean for things like the floor price for future ventures? Because like a big piece of this was like they want to have corporate licensing of their IP and characters and stuff like that. What does that mean? And it's interesting to see like kind of a leader start to step up in the space as well. So it's not just, these kind of teams. It's like, okay, if we band together, what can we do? So we're definitely going to be keeping an eye on this, but we wanted to make sure everybody else saw that too.
Yeah, so I think this is a conglomeration of the top big dogs in the space. I look at this kind of akin to, when these people conglomerate, now they're going to possibly venture into like buying out other properties and stuff. But also it's like, to keep the value of it stable, because when you have more people backing it monetarily like this, it allows that. And just going to be interesting what happens with it. I know the licensing of these characters is a big part of, like, I guess what they're trying to do with all this. It's going to be interesting to see what happens, because what will happen is you have to write stories for these people and make sure they get real badass and tight, that people follow it. So the next evolution of where this is going to go is going to be pretty interesting on the creative level, but on the financial level, you see the conglomeration of this happening.
Yeah. What else we got popping in the NFT world today? Karthik?
Yeah, so I thought this article was pretty tight. It was about a 42-year-old that made $700K in 32 minutes selling NFTs. So when the COVID-19 pandemic hit artists like Cam Rackham hard, the 42-year-old artist from Huntington Beach, California, saw his entire money-making enterprise suffer. Art exhibitions got canceled, sales slowed, and his commissions dried up. He pivoted to the digital art world. Up until 2021, the most money Rackham was made by selling a piece of his own artwork at $11K. He started creating NFTs after seeing, the success of like Bored Ape Yacht Club and People's 5,000 Days. He realized he wanted to jump into space, so then he created these NFT pictures, I guess like somewhat PFPs. They're like bullish pictures and stuff. He did a 10,000 collection, spread the word on like Discord, and in 32 minutes, it's sold out for 10,000, all 10,000. This was like October 27th. So this is like a little older story, but really I just wanted to highlight how important this space is to artists, basically, because he was trying to do this his whole life, and in just one instant, he was actually able to make $700,000, which he was doing that his whole lifetime in physical art, and he wasn't able to ascertain that. And then you see in a matter of 30 minutes, he was able to ascertain that in digital art. So just a motivation for these artists to just keep on pushing, man. And there is space. There's people who want to support and buy this stuff. And I just think it's a cool story. It's a story of never giving up too. He's somewhat older. He's not an older artist, but I think he's kind of in his prime, because if you keep doing your art, once you get in the late 30s, 40s, you're probably doing real badass stuff. Even Beeple's a little older. But yeah, I just thought it was a real tight article. Keep on, creating, and you could look at that as an example to just keep on, pushing the art forward.
Yeah, I think this is some dope art too. We pulled up his Instagram while you were chatting about it. Yeah, never give up. I think like even in what you're saying, like it does transition well into this kind of last story. Well, as we like we transition into diving into artists. I think like South by Southwest, as promised in the title. So, I know we started with some of our experience, but it looks like Web3 and crypto is descending upon South by. This article just talks to like what's happening in tech and interactive, which we're fortunate enough that Karthik is experiencing firsthand. So he's going to be able to give us some insight on what he sees happening. But this article is just another example of bringing these NFTs and crypto in, first of all, IRL into real life, and second of all, into the conscious of the people. This article mentions, I thought it was interesting, this is on the Hollywood Reporter, it mentions like Beeple and some of the larger like buzzy projects, because you see they're just trying to get everyone into understanding that like what's happening in this space. Sorry, I'm gonna have to close this page now because it's crashing, but
oh, it's cool. I think it kind of segue into our
so yeah, Karthik, you want to talk to us a little bit about what's popping in South by?
Yeah, so just as Moshe alluded to, you see a lot of these projects coming down here for South by. What's interesting about that is for South by, normally for music, which is the latter part of it's normally like a week and a half kind of thing going down here. Music kind of kicks off in the latter part of the week, but in terms of like touring seasons and release schedules, South by is kind of like the point where all these musicians start releasing their stuff for the next year and getting booked for like shows. So it's interesting to see how this NFT environment's kind of in coordination with that. I almost feel like this is kind of like another push that's going to come to the NFT market, especially from South by, and you see some of these activations. So the first activation I want to talk about is Xpunks, or XRPL Punks, right? So this is on the XRP network. They're currently in an SEC case right now, but it sounds like they're working on details, trying to get that figured out. But it was interesting to see that they're operating worldwide right now. But it was interesting to see that the NFT collection Xpunks was actually they're activating people. They did a program. XRP did a program for like artist submissions to work on their ledger, and Xpunks was like one of them that got the approval for it. And they're encouraging more artists to do that. We're gonna reapply. I know I reapplied for myself, but we're gonna do a couple other projects. And what's cool about this project is basically I went in there on Saturday. I think it was like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They were activating on Rainy Street, which is one of the main blocks on downtown. And when you went in there, they kind of had a house that they rented out, and they had artwork on the walls of these NFTs and stuff. Free food, free drinks. They did it up like that. And then actually what I thought was cool is they had an activation where they had like a digital artist creating the crypto punk for yourself. So like when I walked in there, it's like, yeah, make a crypto punk of me. You can make it of an avatar too. But they just had it sitting there, and then they had a big screen where the artist was just going in that 8-bit pixel kind of realm and just exactly doing a crypto punk that kind of looks like you, or how you wanted to look like in that environment. And what's cool about it, it's kind of like crypto punks, but they just do the X punk and they have the X over the mouth. And what's cool about it is that they're actually just gifting these to the people that were going there and signing up. So you would just like scan a QR code, submit your info, and then they would take that info and then create the X Punk. And then they're gonna, I believe they're gonna contact us pretty soon to actually get us it or airdrop it. And I believe one of my friends is reading on, I think they activated on 4,000 of these. So if XRP does well, SEC case gets settled, goes away, you might see this as one of the NFT projects that's kind of proliferating on that ledger. So I just kind of wanted to highlight that. And they also had another company, I think mint.xyz there, that they're just minting on blockchains and stuff. It's kind of ancillary to Ripple, and XRP punks, but the Xpunks seem like the main exhibit there actually.
Yeah, it looks like it reminds me of some stuff that I've seen on the Solana network, honestly, like from the art perspective. Like, yeah, I see the CryptoPunk vibe, but like the distorted pixel thing, it just really reminds me of that. So yeah, I know. What's that?
Oh, the advantage with, I just want to say with the XRP is like right now you have Ethereum gas fees, so they can range from, $10 to like, 50 hundreds of dollars on gas fees. The one advantage for XRP is like the gas fees are low. There's not really any gas fees. I think it's like when you transfer like 0.001 or something like that. Very, very small amount.
Yeah. I know another one that you mentioned, like kind of like you saw Doodles at South by.
Yeah, so this is like the huge activation, right? And I think it's going on the next couple of days. I might try to drop by there. When I walked by there yesterday, there's a huge line because they did a Twitter space right before it where they're answering questions and stuff like that. So there's a huge line. It was right next to South by, the main convention center. But yeah, it looks real cool. They rented out this like warehouse area and they kind of just did it up with all their artwork and stuff. And you kind of walk in there and you can kind of see their activations. I think the 14th, which is today, yeah, they're gonna have a Diplo after show just for the Doodle holders. And actually, when you went into that, they had a VIP line for those people who held Doodles, right? Doodles has a floor, I think, around like 10 ETH or 11 ETH right now. So that's it's about like 25K or whatnot. But yeah, it was pretty cool just to see such a large activation. Honestly, me and Moshe have been to so many South by, so we've seen like Doritos fucking vending machines activations, like crazy activations. So I honestly thought this was like one of the bigger ones, like just art focused. And I've never been to Art Basel, but I kind of got that kind of feel with the art, like with these type of activations this year. Previously in earlier South bys, you would have some art on it, but I see more art kind of coming in here with this digital NFT realm, honestly.
Yeah, it looks like there's some.
And the other cool thing, was I think Beeple showed up there the day before they opened it. I think they might have like a VIP party and stuff. I had a couple friends go there and I saw them taking pictures and stuff. But Beeple was there, so you're seeing like these big heavy hitters kind of come through to promote this cause, promote this like change, promote this environment and community.
Yeah, I mean, this is a great example of what it means to own an NFT in real life and what people are capable of when you empower them, when you empower artists by buying their NFTs, particularly what you're empowering. Like people always say, it's like their art is not the most complicated thing in the world. If you've ever seen Doodles, I mean, it looks similar to this, right? But it's like, first of all, it's cool and it's colorful. And second of all, like you can empower things beyond what even the artists who are creating these things imagine. So
think about it, you're empowering even the fan, right?
Yeah, dude, this is going way beyond
like a low
that.
Price.
Exactly.
Yeah, so.
Not to mention, I think like they were minting at like 0.02 or something crazy.
That's fine.
And now they're like, or 0.2. Yeah. Like I think this is another example of a collection that just, if you were lucky enough I mean, they have really competitive whitelists and stuff like that, but if you're lucky enough as a collector to get in early, like all of a sudden, like you just invested under $1,000 to make 25,000. Like it's just crazy out there. And these investors, I thought I could move to oh no, go ahead.
Well, one last thing I want to mention about this is when I was listening to the Twitter space, they said they hadn't taken any like venture capital yet, actually. So I don't know if the primary holders or people who made it are the ones. It sounded like that in the Twitter space, but I thought that was kind of interesting to contrast what they're doing with like CryptoPunks and Bored Ape Yacht Club, where they kind of got like VC investment involved in that.
Yeah, that's tight. Cool. Let's talk about some artists and some stuff that are inspiring us right now. So that's what's popping. That's a minute in South by with Karthik.
And I'll come back later this week, kind of give you a rundown, not only of this NFT stuff, but the music stuff kind of going on here too.
Yeah, so. For sure. We're going to get some new fans at South by this week. Well, I just thought I would take a minute here. Let me pause. I wanted to talk about this project. I think maybe I mentioned it, but like I don't know if I played it, but regardless, this is a project called Versets. I just came up on these guys. I think they came to a space we were hosting. Honestly, what originally attracted me to this was the fact that someone on their crew mixed and mastered 1,000 tracks over the course of 8 months. And I just thought, as a musician, like, that is unbelievable. And then, so I immediately, like, joined their Discord and just to, like, figure out what was popping. And, oh, dang, they didn't put music on this one? Really? Damn. Okay. All right. Uh, and then this weekend they just sent me an NFT to join their community, and I thought that was real tight. And let's see if this one has music. Yeah, it does. It's kind of quiet, but so it's like
Calm
very
and stringy kind of section, yeah.
yeah. So I think what he did was he made this program that took all this famous music from like Sebastian Bach and Mozart and all of this, put it through a random MIDI generator, and then it shot out a bunch of random MIDI tracks, right? And then he went through and mixed, mastered, and edited all of those to like make these like really beautiful ethereal sounds that are very, I mean, it's like soundscapes, you can hear them. And it just has this tape kind of, it's like different tapes and different backgrounds. Like there's like a NFT vibe to it, right? For rarity, but mostly it's like they call them community passes, and like they just have a lot of plans with their community, and I just wanted to give them a shout out, not just for giving me something for free, but also because I think there's a lot of really interesting work going into this project. And yeah.
That's cool, man. You know, that's the first person I met that are you even told about. This is mix and match with 1,000 pieces, bro.
That's unbelievable to me. Like, all right,
It's a lot of listening.
That's a lot of listening.
We joke about that because when we go in the studio, you're like, when you record, basically when you go into studio, the recording of the instrument's only a fraction of the time. The majority of the time, you just listen to that, editing it. So it's kind of funny when you hear like some mix and master 1,000 of them. Because I'm like, man, that's a lot of hours.
It's a lot of coffee.
Cool. Yeah, you want me to talk about this Thalia?
Yeah, let's go.
I just thought this was real tight. So this Thalia woman, she's well known. She has like 9 million followers on Twitter. She hosts Twitter Spaces, and she calls it Spanglish. So I think like some English, some Spanish comes in there. But she just hangs out there and she listens to like everybody's music that's just requesting. So I thought that was just real tight, like to have like a fairly well-known musician, and she does it on the regular. I think she has one today, our time, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. But I just thought it was so cool. You rarely go into any of these spaces where there's like millions of people following the person, right? And this space probably had less than 100 people, like just, you know, showing their music. But she was just so cool about it. And she like loved listening to music, gave great advice to artists, and was just like super cool musician. That's what I really thought was tight. Like she wanted to actually listen to other people's music. It's not just like, oh, I'm just all about myself. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, anybody that's watching this, you should go check her out. You should go check her spaces out. I'm definitely a fan of hers after seeing what she did, just from like how she interacted with the community, not alone how badass her music is.
Yeah, I just put it on because I'm like, hey, we should listen to her music.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I don't know if YouTube.
Yeah, but I'm hoping maybe to drop in there maybe later today. I have some Latin songs and stuff, so I might play them in there, depending how big the space is and stuff.
Sounds tight.
But real cool artist. Go follow her, check her out, support her. She's part of the movement. That's what I think is tight.
Yeah, and using her influence. So.
And she even has like the avatar picture as a profile pic. So.
Yeah, real tight. Yeah, we'll keep her Thalia in the background for us. We'll let her play us out today.
Ooh.
So last artist before we jump out and let y'all get back to your Mondays. So I know I've been talking about them a lot because I just totally vibe with the Youmanz crew. So if you've seen, I think we talked about them on Friday, and then I know like I think on Monday of last week also. But over the weekend they did the reveal for their artwork, and I just thought we could give them a quick look. I have a couple of these now.
Ooh.
I just think it's so tight. Like, I love the Gorillas vibe, of course. And basically what's poppin' is the Youmanz crew is building out a comic with all of these characters in it, and it has all sorts of storylines. There's like, it's just, again, like, I don't even want to do misjustice by trying to explain everything. I just want you all to go follow Youmanz and dive into this community.
We'll get him on an interview too, hopefully.
Yeah, I really hope so. Now that we
go.
can kind of do that through Discord too.
And these are all on Polygon? Is what
Yeah,
it is?
everything's on Polygon.
Okay.
And there is Rarity that you can go on to their website and to understand like all the different features that you could possibly have.
That's cool.
I know, it's like I'm so into this, I want to like show you mine. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm showing everyone else's. Like, I should show you the guys that are in my squad. I know I've shown my avatar, like they've Hayes made me my own DJ Fetus. But yeah, I mean, honestly, come to the shows like we were talking about earlier in the episode because you're gonna see a bunch of these people there. I just love the artwork. I mean, it's obviously it's a generative project, but you know, the artist did a really good job. Like, cool. I love these tats and like all the different types of colors, and there's still more to reveal. So it's like, but I think like at this stage, like Youmanz can start like writing out the comics and the different stories, and it's like the way that the NFT works with I mean, who's doing NFT comics? You know what I mean? Like, it's just what is happening in this space with NFTs and what's happening with art is just like, I love it. And you can participate on a whole new level. You know what I mean? And
yeah, I've heard in a couple of spaces, you know, comics and stuff, but it's cool. You see the imaginations of all these people come out that it seems like they always wanted to build a universe or a comic that displayed this, and now they have the actual opportunity to do it. So you're seeing them go the distance of like, hey, this is the universe, these are the characters, this is the storyline. So it's cool because you hear these stories and storylines and universes that you probably would not have heard of on like mainstream networks and things like that. So you're seeing a plethora of these cool ideas and cool universes kind of come to fruition now.
Yeah, I mean, story time and storytellers are here with a vengeance. And like, I love the collaboration that happens amongst creators in this space. I think we're lucky to be in it, and I think that's why we're doing this, just trying to tell everybody like, find the artists that inspire you. Like, that's what I'm saying. I myself and Karthik also, we both have our own collections in this space. However, having the opportunity to like go collaborate with other artists is really inspiring us, you know, and seeing what other artists are doing. So yeah, we really appreciate your time. Thank you, Thalia, for playing us out. I'm already digging your music. I can't wait to really listen to it and get it in some of our playlists and stuff. Thank you, all the artists. Thank you, Youmanz. Thank you, Versat. Just everybody out there doing their thing, inspiring us. It's Monday. Make sure you find some time to like get outside if it's not shitty weather. If it's late at night, like for you watching this, like go draw something or listen to music or be creative. This is your reminder to be creative. That's what I'm signing off with today. It's going to be a creative week. We're playing shows in the metaverse. We're building our galleries in the metaverse. We're looking at building all sorts of fun stuff and still dropping NFTs and music. So let's all be creative together. Let's collaborate. Karthik, I'll pass the mic to you. We love you. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah. Thanks for joining in. Any artists that want us to check out their project, hit us up. We're always in spaces. We're always available. And yeah, just have a good day today. And don't stress out about too much stuff. Just have fun and see the art around you and love the people and the experiences of the people around you all day today.
Absolutely. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll say it one more time before we get off of here. Hit that little bell so you're notified when we go live until we are 100% consistent.
We got 20 subscribers now.
Yeah, we're doing it.
I got 18 sales on my NFTs. So next, maybe we try to hit that 25 to 50 mark on everything.
I know, and we will. Like, honestly, we were talking. We're gonna figure out how to like just give people some NFTs. So I think that's probably what we're gonna try to do at like 30 subscribers, probably. And then I don't know how many we're gonna give away and exactly how we're gonna do it yet, but we'll be in touch this week with that. And also, just some more housekeeping. We're interviewing The Meaning on Thursday. We're really pumped for that. We'll let you guys know once we have the time locked in.
The ones we do give away from this channel will be like a DJ Fetus Karthik collab, so it'll be unique to this environment and stuff. So
one of ones, baby. All right, thanks for chilling with us. We'll get to a good stopping point on this Thalia song, then we'll dip out.